Welcome to Sriman IT. This is Ramchandra. I'm having more than 10 years experience as a Java trainer as well as developer. In this video, I'm going to discuss about what are the content we have in core Java. Especially the people who don't know any technology or any language, so no need to bother to learn core Java. The reason is, especially in my sessions, I'm going to start core Java related classes from basic onwards, like what is language, what is programming language, and after that, types of programming languages like machine level, assembly level, and high level languages. Then what are the drawbacks of machine, and what are the drawbacks of assembly? Why we are always prefer to learn high level languages? And after learning the languages, what can we develop a product or project? After that, what are the differences between procedure oriented and object oriented? Like what are the differences between C and Java? After that, I'm introducing concept related to Java. Especially in Java, there are five important topics like OOPS, collection framework, multi-threading, exception handling, string handling. Like this, we have five important topics. Along with those five important topics, we are going to cover each and every minor as well as major topics in core Java also. After introducing the concept related introduction of Java, I'm going to start about the principles of Java. Why Java got this much of popularity in the market? What are the differences between Java to remaining languages? Why we are always choosing Java to develop projects in the real time? Okay, after that, I'm going to give you a basic idea on top of OOPS interactions. And after that, how to write coding. How to write coding. And already I told you, the people who don't know any knowledge related to any programming language, no need to bother. So we can easily learn core Java, that much of simple language which is available in the market. And after that, we are going to start how to write a basic program. To develop the basic programs, we required Java programming elements. What is keyword? What is operator? Okay, what is separator? How to represent the values? Okay, and after that, how to write the comments? Good. After that, data types. How many types of values do we have? How to represent those values? How to give the memories to those values with the help of data types? Okay, how many types of data types do we have? How to represent the single value? How to represent the multiple values? If you want to represent the single value, go for the primitive data types. If you want to represent the multiple values, go for the reference data types. After that, how to convert small value to big value without disturbing the memory. Okay, so like this, we are going to learn those points under the casting concept. After that, arrays, like how to represent the how to work with the multiple values at a time. And after that, some sequential statements, how to execute the uh, coding line by line, and how to execute the coding based on the conditions, how to execute the code how to execute the same code multiple times based on our condition. Okay, like this, we have a different types of statements like a conditional control statements, looping control statements, branching statements, sequential statements. We have a different types of statements. This is mainly focusing on how to executing our program according to our requirement. After that, we have a concept like a class level variables, how to represent the value. So which concept is useful for representing a value? For example, your account number or balance is what variable here. How to work with those type of concepts. Okay, and blocks, how to write the code. Okay, in C language we are always using the concept like methods, but if it comes to the Java, we are using the concept like blocks, methods, as well as constructors. And Yeah, we have a Java flavor. We are going to see some Java flavor here related our data types like wrapper classes without using primitive concept. How to use the object concept to work with the values. After that, how to converting primitive to object and object to primitive. That is concept related to conversions, and how to give the security for our values or coding for whatever it may be with the support of packages. But packages are not directly available. Those are available in the form of jar files. How to work with the jars, how to set the jars into the class path, and how to provide the permissions to access the data. Okay. And after that, I'm going to give you in detail information about the OOPS concept like a data hiding, how to hide the data, and how to do the abstractions. Okay. And what is encapsulation. So these are the very important concepts like data hiding, abstraction, encapsulation. And after that, how to read the values from the command prompt with the concept like command line argument. How to read the values dynamically with the support of scanner. And after that, how to reuse the existing code with the help of inheritance. That point also we are going to discuss. Okay. How to create rules in Java. Those points also we are going to concentrate by using the interface concept, and after that abstract classes, polymorphism, each and every point we are going to discuss in detail. Data hiding, abstraction, encapsulation, interface, and abstract classes and polymorphism. These are the main important concepts under the OOPS concept, and how to write the same method multiple times, how to write the same method with a different parameter, different types of methods in different classes. Those concepts we are going to learn in the polymorphism. After that, how to write a class within the another class. What is the advantage of the inner class? What is the real-time use cases of the inner classes? And basically, these inner classes are the basic steps for lambdas also. That is comes under Java 8 feature. After that, we are going to discuss about one of the very important class in Java, core Java, that is called Java.lang.object. Not only in core Java, in entire Java, that is Java.lang.object class. After that, how to work with the string values, and what is the internal architecture of JVM architecture, how many memories are there in the JVM, how memory is going to categorize where our data is stored, how much time our data is stored. Yeah, these are the points we are going to discuss within the JVM architecture. After that, how to handle the problems, how to handle the errors, how to handle the exceptions, how to develop our own exceptions, and way to develop our own exceptions, way to develop our own exceptions. Okay. Those points also we are going to discuss under the exception handling concept, one of the very important concept in core Java. After that, how to store our data permanently with the help of persistent stores like files. That point we are going to discuss under the IO streams. What is stream? Types of streams. How to work with the image related data. How to work with the character related data. These are the points also we are going to discuss under the IO streams concept. After that, very important concept like multi-threading. Whatever the application which we are using in the real time, whatever the application like Gmail or Swiggy or Zomato or IRCTC, whatever the app you take, Mintra, Yatra.com, whatever the app we take, each and every app is must and should be uh, using concept like multi-threading, one of the very, very important topic in core Java. After that, networking concept, how to develop uh, charting application, those that type of concept also we are going to learn. Okay. And one of the major and very important and very, very useful topic to develop real world applications, that is what collection framework. It's very, very, very important. That is what collection framework. In the collection framework we are going to see different topics like list related, set related, map related information, as well as queue related informations. What is the difference between collection, collections, collection framework, collector, collectors? So these are the very important topics we are going to see. How to iterate the elements by using iterator, list iterator, enumeration. Okay. After that, stream API. This stream API not belongs to iOS streams. This is entirely different. This is Java 8 features. Java 8 features also I'm going to cover in this core Java sessions. and working with the data and as well as random classes, string tokenizer according to our requirement, how to um, tokenize the string and big data like, and after that how to use the API and how to develop our own API. After that, annotation in the real world, if you go for Spring or something else, like Hibernate, whatever frameworks we are going to learn, and whatever the frameworks which we are using for developing real-time applications, we are always using the concept like annotation. Very, 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 very important for coming classes, especially for understanding frameworks concept. Annotations are very, very important, and reflection API like how to converting bytecode to source code. Basically, most of the people are aware about how to converting source code to bytecode, our code to user and machine understandable code. But how to converting machine understandable means here JVM understandable code. How to converting bytecode to source code, that type of concept also we are going to see. And way to use, how to developing the decompiler softwares, how to develop for the Apache Tomcat, how to develop the JBoss, Glassface. Simply, you can say like how to develop the application servers, web servers by using Reflection API. Those points also we are going to discuss. And enums. This is some different type of topic in Java, like class and interface, as well as enum and annotation. These are the four main pillars for developing the code. After that, Java 8 features also I'm going to discuss, whatever the features which we have related to Java 8. Each and every topic also I'm going to discuss in our core Java sessions. That means from the people who knows C language, the people who don't know C language also no problem. We can understand the core Java very easily. The reason is each and every point we are going to understand from basic to project level, and after learning the each and every concept, I'm going to teach you way to use this concept. Nothing but in project level, where we are going to use, how we are going to use, what are the scenarios, those points also we are going to discuss. Nothing but here core Java with the real time scenario, and also in detail JVM architecture, level explanation. Once we executing the program, what happened in the background, once we aware about those backgrounds, then only we will become a good Java developer. Okay, those are the things also we are going to discuss. And this is the course content of core Java, especially my side. This is my core Java content, nothing but Ramchandra core Java content. And if you want to contact Sriman IT management, this is the phone number, and this is what WhatsApp, and this is email ID. Okay, utilize this core Java sessions. The reason is I have a 10 plus years experience. I worked in different institutes. Okay, so use this great opportunity, and I'm going to start new batches in every week. Okay, thank you.